So I can see how all of this clearly started in the university setting, but now it's in the schools, in the K-12 schools. Perhaps, Dr. Burke, could you give us some examples of how that's actually being implemented, how the theory is being implemented?
Right, and it really is critical theory and all of its derivations, critical pedagogy, critical race theory, really is derived from Marxism at its essence. And so now we're seeing, as Dr. Wood mentioned, this theory make its way from universities, university-based colleges of education in particular, down to the K-12 classroom. And so we see it manifest itself in efforts like California's new ethnic studies curriculum, which is the first statewide ethnic studies curriculum in the country. The California State Board of Education just unanimously approved it about 2 weeks ago. And if you read through the model curriculum, all of the frameworks are online. It really is like sitting through a graduate seminar on critical race theory. The education officials in California who are charged with determining what students will learn in that state. And mind you, this is a state in which just 3 and 10 eighth graders can read proficiently. They have determined that what is imperative in this moment instead is learning about systems of power and identity politics. And so if you read through the model curriculum in California, you'll see it is clear that students are taught neo-Marxist theories of intersectionality, sorting students into multiple categories according to race and gender and sexual orientation in class. You know, it really is, I think, preparing them for what is ultimately in California a mandatory ethnic studies course that all students in the California State University system now are required to take as a result of legislation that was signed into law last year.
Can you give me one quick small example of how, someone in elementary school might be taught this? What activity would they
Sure.
be doing?
Well, if you read through these frameworks, you'll see students will learn to, one of the quotes from the frameworks is, critique empire building in history and its relationship to white supremacy, racism, and other forms of power and oppression. Children throughout their K-12 school years will, quote, challenge racist, bigoted, discriminatory, imperialist, colonial beliefs and practices on multiple levels. So it goes on and hits those themes over and over again throughout the grade levels.